Mr. Walker, what do you see as the greatest impediment to starting a new business?
Thank you for that question. I see it twofold. It's access to capital and talent. And a lot of times if you have the capital, you can find the talent. And in this country, for the high-growth startups, so technology-based startup companies, it takes risk capital. So these companies aren't bankable, so they can't go to a bank and acquire a loan. They take either angel investment, which is investment from high-net-worth individuals, or venture capitalists. Well, the venture capital industry is really concentrated in roughly 5 markets in the United States, see roughly more than 92% of the dollars every year. So if you're in a region outside of one of those 5 cities, it's very difficult to access the venture capital that is required. And we're also seeing now there are fewer venture firms today than there were 10 years ago, and there are more going out of business than are being created. So it's getting harder and harder for venture firms to raise the investment dollars to put into these startup companies that create jobs, high-growing companies. Part of that problem relates back to Sarbanes-Oxley and sort of the constraints placed on the IPO market, because that's where startups get the returns back to the investors. So it's sort of a vicious cycle, but that's why you're seeing now across the country more and more regions, cities are creating initiatives to create seed capital programs and public-private partnerships, much like Rev 1, so they can start those companies in a homegrown effort. But we still see a dramatic lack of capital to help grow these companies to scale.